everyone, and welcome to Daily Newspaper Analysis, which is brought to you by Losico. So, today we have only one article for our discussion, which is from the Hindu newspaper. The title of this article is Analyzing Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. So, what basically this entire scheme is, what was the purpose of the scheme, and how far has it been able to move, will be discussed in this article. So this is me who is presenting this newspaper analysis. My name is Sheba Khan. I am a BA LLB law graduate and I have completed my law degree from Uttaranchal University in the year 2019. I completed my graduation with a gold medal in my batch, and I also have been a national debater and a public speaker. Right now at LawSeco, I'm working as the manager for current affairs vertical, and I'm also working as an expert for current affairs. Let's see what is the multiple choice question from our previous discussions. FCRA, which is the Foreign Contributions Regulation Act, is India's law regulating. Your options are the flow of foreign funding, cryptocurrency, OTT platforms, or none of the above. Let's see what is the descriptive question from today's discussion. Critically analyze the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. So let's start the discussion for our article for the day, which talks about analyzing the PMVY, which is the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. So this scheme was initiated to take care of the pregnant as well as lactating mothers for the first living child of the family. Now here three words are there that we need to lay our focus upon. Firstly is the pregnant woman, second is the lactating mother, and third is for the first living child of the family. Here we can understand that Matru Vandana Yojana, which means that a woman as a mother has been recognized right from the time she has conceived the baby, like when she is pregnant also. So the pregnant women also, even after they have given the birth, and they are actually breastfeeding their child, so that is a lactating mother. And the third important one thing that we need to see here is that we are talking about the first living child of the family. So if unfortunately after the birth the child does not survive, so that would not be counting in here, counted in here, and we are talking about that this scheme will be extended if the child survives and is the first living child of the family. So it basically aimed to combat wage loss of pregnant mothers, particularly in the unorganized sectors. Now when we talk about the maternity relief or the maternity benefit that the women have to be given, be it the pregnant women before the birth of the child, or the lactating mother after the birth of the child. So in many areas, specifically if we talk about the unorganized sectors, like for example the laborers, the daily wagers, in these this kind of a situation, many a times the mothers, they work till the last day of their delivery, because they know that they will not be reimbursed with the money, or they will not be they will not be given paid leaves in that sort of situation. So in this to actually fight against this, it was there to combat wage loss of pregnant mothers. So if at all they have to face any kind of wage loss, of course, because they need rest in this particular time, so this scheme will be providing some kind of financial assistance to such women. Now let's see that how has the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana has fared so far. So it has reached out to 2.01 crore women nationally with an aid of total 8,722 crores, which is definitely huge. But here, the Center for Policy Research, according in 2019-20, identify wide 128.7 lakh eligible mothers, but out of them only 40%, that is 51.7 lakhs, were actually in practicality reached out to, which means that more than half are still left to be covered under the ambit of the Matru Vandana Yojana. So further, the last 2 years have witnessed a drop in the enrollment and disbursement numbers. Now, of course, keeping in mind the COVID pandemic, the lockdown, and the entire disruption of the system, the scale at which, or the level at which they were the mothers were being enrolled, or the women were being benefited, has actually fallen to a great extent. So it is now clubbed under another initiative that is called as the Samarthya. So it has now clubbed under the Samarthya group, which has basically the policies which are aimed towards the women, and the total budget is of 2,522 crores. So this scheme, that was the Matru Vandana Yojana alone, had a nearly equivalent budget in the previous financial years. So can you see that even after it has been clubbed now with similar kind of schemes, the budget has not increased. So whatever budget, like the 2,522 crores that we now have for all the things or all the schemes coming together, approximately that much was the budget of the Matru Vandana Yojana scheme alone in the previous financial years. But probably because the government has had to spend a lot in the the vaccines, the COVID situation, and there has been a loss of the economy as well. So maybe a lot of financial support has been drawn out from this particular scheme, which is going to show a negative impact in the coming times. Now let's see that what have been the steps so far taken by the states and what can be the possible way ahead in this situation. So Tamil Nadu, Odisha and Telangana run a similar scheme by the name Mamta. So while the Matru Vandana Yojana decreased the number of beneficiaries by 52%, Mamta increased it by 57%. Now we can see, as we are saying, that in the previous years, the beneficiaries of the Matru Vandana Yojana have comparatively decreased, as it was doing well in the previous times, but now it has decreased. On the contrary, schemes like Mamta, which are state-run schemes by Tamil Nadu, Odisha, and Telangana, they have actually increased the number of beneficiaries by 57%. So Mamta is now a testament, like an example, to basically to an inclusive and efficient implementation of maternity benefits. An example which is should be an example for the PM Matru Vandana Yojana as well. So let's see that what can the Matru Vandana Yojana do in the coming times to better serve the purpose it was actually in reality made for. Firstly, it should increase the coverage to the second birth. So here, as we are saying that in India, we do not at all, we're not following any kind of one child policy or something which was once run by China. But as you know, we have that the second birth is also encouraged. And in fact, when we talk about the total fertility rate, so the ideal total fertility rate is also 2.1. So which means that one fertile woman would have to have, two live births, as in two children in totality at least. So in this, if we talk about, so the coverage or the ambit of the Matru Vandana Yojana should not just be restricted to the first living child only, as we discussed in the very first, very beginning of this article. Rather, the benefit or the coverage should be increased to the second birth as well. Second, this would help the unorganized sector shield or save themselves from the economic and nutrition loss that they actually face during the time of women's pregnancy. So the women should also be receiving the compensation according to the Maternity Benefit Act, which is amounting to rupees 15,000 rupees. Then the minimum wage rate should be calculated for 12 weeks instead of just 4 weeks, which should be based on the Maternity Benefit Act again. And also the correction queues have to be eliminated. Next one is the last one is that a simplification of registration process could help in increase in the identification and registration of the beneficiaries. Now, of course, if the process is too cumbersome, if it is already too technical to avail the benefits of the scheme, so definitely it will be working as a discouragement for the women, specifically who are already going through a lot of issues. So in this situation, what we can do is that we can simplify the process and make it more handy at the hands of the women, the pregnant and the lactating mothers. So this was all for the day. We hope it was a good session for you all. Thank you so much for staying tuned with Lawseco. If you wish to download the PDF of today's slides, then please join our Telegram channel. The link is there in the description box below, or you can scan the QR code that you can see on your screens right now. Also, please do not forget to follow us on our official Instagram channels. You can see the names on the screen. Thank you so much. And please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channels if you like this discussion. Thank you.